In a state where football is king, more than 1,200 teams have one thing on their minds. The routes may differ, but the destination is shared. Arlington, Texas, the cathedral of Texas high school football. Here, champions will be crowned.
This episode of Tap and Stepp is presented by Cover Zero Analytics, the leaders in next-level football data. Cover Zero delivers predictive matchup previews, classification-based grading, and customized analysis to football coaches who want more than the same old breakdown of tendencies. With Cover Zero, football coaches now have a tool that can measure all aspects of their team's performance. Cover Zero is built entirely around smarter data analysis, helping thousands of coaches find winning edges that don't always appear in film study. If you're a football coach looking for an extra advantage, Cover Zero invites you to join the hundreds of premier programs that have taken their scouting intel to the next level. Ready to see how the best teams win? Start with Cover Zero Analytics. Find out more at coverzeroanalytics.com. That's coverzeroanalytics.com.
Tap and Stepp, your premium Texas high school football podcast from your friends at Dave Campbell's Texas Football and TexasFootball.com. I am the Tepp, Greg Tepper.
And I'm a Stepp, Matt Stepp.
Welcome to the state championship previews. We made it.
We've done it.
We've made it.
Oh my goodness.
There are two types of people. There are those valued listeners.
Oh, so valued.
Who are Dave Campbell's Texas Football subscribers who are listening to this maybe even on Monday night.
Just jonesing for state previews so hard.
Or they're the real ball knowers because they get the audio version, and so they are listening to it on the way to the stadium.
Ooh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In their car, in what I'm sure is a palatial car, because these people are men and women of class.
Yeah, the people who subscribe to us are successful people, and so they're probably living in mansions.
Absolutely.
And
100%.
they have country club memberships, and they're doing great in life.
And then there's people who are watching us on Wednesday, because this is the Wednesday state championship preview. And that could be you.
Could be you.
TexasFootball.com.
Subscribe to Tep and subscribe to Dave Campbell's. You could be rich.
That's a great talking point.
Thank you.
Somebody who agrees with everything that we say at all times and endorses them is our producer, Vianney Moreno. Hi, Vianney Moreno.
Hi, guys.
How festive she is.
She is very festive. Very festive. This is...
Girls love Christmas, by the way.
My wife loves Christmas.
Girls love Christmas.
Yeah, that's an interesting... So is Christmas a girl holiday and Thanksgiving a boy holiday? Line up the phone lines. 888-787-1310.
Let us know. Yeah.
This is your Wednesday State Championship preview edition of Tap and Stepp. We do thank you for being a Dave Campbell's Texas Football subscriber. Coming up here in just a moment, we're going to preview the first day of the UIL Texas High School Football State Championships. Before we get to that, Matthew, I do want to make sure we shout out our sponsor, our presenting sponsor for this show.
And who would that be?
Our friends at the Arlington Sports Commission. Friend Matt Wilson, who...
Great people in Arlington.
Great people in Arlington. And I will tell you this. You and I are both staying in Arlington.
Yes. Why wouldn't you stay in Arlington?
Let me tell you something.
I'm staying in Arlington.
The home
You're
of
staying in
everything.
Arlington. You're staying in... We're all staying in Arlington.
Amazing places to eat, great hotels,
I think
things to do.
I think
you can see and be seen in Arlington.
That's a great way to put it. I think the culinary scene in Arlington, way underrated.
Man, they have leveled up so hard. They have Arlington for a long time used to be just a lot of chain restaurants near the malls and that kind of thing. Man, and there's still a lot of good chain. If you're into chain, if you're brand name Tepper and you're into chain restaurants, that's fine. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But there are some great mom and pop local places too.
There are.
Man, come to Arlington and get fat.
That's right. ArlingtonSportsCommission.org/UIL. That's where they'll hook you up hotels, restaurant recommendations, all the stuff you need. It's arlingtonsportscommission.org/UIL. Make sure you go check out our friends at the Arlington Sports Commission. We've got football to talk about, Matthew, but we will start this episode as we always do with your Texas high school football fun fact of the week, presented by Cover Zero.
Look, our friends at Cover Zero.
Our good nerd friends.
They're going to be at State. They're going to be in Arlington.
They'll be in Arlington.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this. They are, I'm just saying that there are going to be some teams in Arlington that are going to owe a ring to the boys at Cover Zero Analytics.
Does Jacob McNeil have as many state championship rings as Scott Surratt?
That's a great question. I mean, honestly.
As many teams as they've had that have won state that are Cover Zero clients, he might have more.
It's CoverZeroAnalytics.com. Take your high school football team to the next level, CoverZeroAnalytics.com. They got crazy numbers. 6, 44,
12.
decimal points,
6,
all
7.
sorts of stuff. That's enough of that.
Equations. I bet they have equations.
They got equations.
Do they have X? Do they do algebra? Does Cover Zero do algebra? Let us know.
Let us know. Matt Stepp, your Texas high school football fun fact of the week. This one's pretty simple, Matt. There are 24 teams heading to Arlington. Which region is sending the most number of teams to Arlington? So, and obviously it's a bit of a moving target for some of these because Region 2 in 6A is different than Region 2 in 4A.
Correct, yes.
But which region is sending the most teams to state?
We got a 1 in 4 chance of winning.
You do.
Yeah,
So you only
get it right.
You only get 3 guesses.
Okay.
You get 1 guess.
Region 3.
Matt Stepp, the answer is Region 2.
Dang it.
Region 3 is sending 8 teams to state.
Okay.
While Region 2 is sending 9. Duncanville, DeSoto, Frisco Lone Star, South Oak Cliff, Carthage, Grandview, Hamilton, Munster, and the Jayton Jaybirds.
Okay.
So there it is.
I was close.
Your Texas high school football fun fact of the week. Yeah, you had a 1 in 4 shot, and you
I missed it.
You biffed it.
Yeah, well,
I wonder what the odds of that are. Cover Zero Analytics. Why don't you let us know?
Let us know, Jake.
All right, Matthew. We're here.
We're here. Wednesday, first day. A lot of energy.
A lot of energy.
A lot of anticipation.
Mm-hmm. A lot of nerves, I think.
Yeah.
I think a lot of especially that we've got a couple of we got a couple first timers in the late game. We'll talk about them. And you never know. I think one of the great things about state championships is that it is such a different environment from every other game they've played. And there will be games that will be decided because teams handle the moment better than their opponent.
100%.
And I think especially in the small school ranks, that's where you see it the most. And so, by the way, if you didn't know, a couple of housekeeping notes. 1, the designated home teams are Region 3 and Region 4.
Okay.
They're the designated home team. And so, yes, North Shore is at home against Duncanville.
Yeah. True home game.
True home game for them. Also, we are going in D1 first, then D2.
Yeah, odd years is D1 first.
Odd years, and people have asked why they do that. The reason, I'll be honest, I think it is legit for the late game today.
Correct. Yeah, it's the 2A.
It's 2A because
2A,
it has to get split over Wednesday and Thursday, and I think they want to make it so that 2A Division 2 isn't always on the short end of the stick. This is me, and they don't pay me to think. I prefer when it goes smallest to largest.
I do too.
I like when we end with 6A D1, but I'll take football.
We're going to get 12 games this weekend, and it will be good.
And I do think, actually, there's a couple of instances in which the late night game does end up being the main event.
Sure.
There's at least one day where it's that case. And you can make an argument today is that way, too. We will start, Matthew. We're going to line the fields. We're going to play some 6-man ball. 11 a.m. Wednesday morning at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. It is the Class 1A Division I state championship game between the champions of Region 4, the 2-time defending state champs, the Gordon Longhorns, and the champions of Region 1. Unbelievably, the Rankin Red Devils. They are, I will say, we'll start with Rankin. Rankin is one of the more unlikely state finalists at state championships this year. This is a team that they were underdogs in 3 playoff games. Remember, they've only played 4 playoff games so far.
Yeah.
They were underdogs in by district against Borden County. They were underdogs in the regional final against Whiteface, and they were underdogs. The big one is when they upset Water Valley in the semifinal. Water Valley had looked like a wrecking machine and looked like maybe the chief challenger to the team that they will play. But alas, Rankin got it.
Wasn't it
Last year?
was it who was Oakwood?
Oakwood.
Yeah, they were like
Oakwood.
yeah.
Oakwood is the most unlikely finalist in my time.
Yeah.
So for Rankin, they found a way. They went on the margins. Coach Garrett Avalos does an unbelievable job with this team, like coaching them up. And the thing that I think is amazing about them is that they're kind of banged up right now. Their star running back, Jairo Cruz, has been out for the past couple of weeks. He's with an ankle injury. And they've turned to this junior running back, Matthew Ramos, who'd kind of been like their second option. And he's been awesome. 427 yards and 9 touchdowns in their last 2 games. He has been a dog. He is the engine that drives them. And defense makes timely plays. They've made a couple of they've come up with big defensive stops early and kind of taken a lead. That's what happened against Water Valley. They made Water Valley chase, which is something they weren't comfortable with. And now they nearly came back, but Rankin into a state championship game, the first state championship game since 1980 for the Rankin Red Devils. Their reward is 6-man football Thanos. There is an argument to be made that Gordon, I've talked with folks like Lehman Saunders, Granger Huntress about this, 6-man folks, and I've asked them, is this Gordon team the best 6-man football team of all time? And they have said, like, depending on how the rest of the season, they got to play one more game. There's a chance they're going to be in the conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
This team they've played 33 quarters this year. Now they had to play 4. They played 13 games. So I want you to do that math real quick. Hey, Cover Zero Analytics. How many quarters have they played 13 games? They were supposed to play 52. They played 33. They had to play 4 quarters against Thorndale.
Correct.
An 11-man team that they beat by like 4 touchdowns.
An 11-man playoff team.
An 11-man area round playoff team.
Did they make the area round this year?
Thorndale won a playoff game.
In Division 1, I think. Right?
Thorndale won a playoff game.
Wow.
And they drummed them. Okay?
Yeah, it wasn't close.
Rye Reed, the Army signee. I don't know if he's a signee. I don't know how the
I don't think the service academies were. Yeah,
I don't think you sign anything.
Yeah.
The Army commit, Stryker Reed, the Air Force commit, Braden Walters, their quarterback Noah Casitha, I think is how you say it. They are so loaded. They are the number 1 score. So forget all that. They're the number 1 scoring defense in 6-man football. They are a juggernaut. I don't want to beat around the bush here. Gordon is a huge favorite in this game. Now, I think they were going to be a huge favorite against anyone they saw. And that takes nothing away from Rankin, who's a really good ball club, and they relish that underdog mentality. They've been very good as underdogs. But I think this is a different animal. And I think Gordon is unbelievable what they've been able to do. I think if you're Rankin, you got to do what everyone tries to do against Gordon, which is like slow it down. Slow it way down.
Yeah.
And try to grind it out. And I just don't think it's going to happen. I think Gordon's a huge favorite.
I have a question. Not a question about this game, because me, not 6-man guy, don't follow 6-man. We've talked about it before.
Not your thing.
But not my thing. But I'm obviously still aware of how good and dominant Gordon is.
You
Mike Reed
appreciate greatness.
Yeah, and Mike Reed, one of the best. He's awesome.
Yes,
He's a great
good
dude.
people.
My question is Gordon's dominance the level of it's a shocking level of dominance, right? Is that bad for 6-man football? Because it's like it almost feels like such a foregone conclusion.
This one is.
Yeah, like is that bad for the game at all, or cause people just I don't know.
I think this is an instance in which,
or is it one of those deals where it's more about appreciating the dominance and the greatness?
I think if this were I think if you had a Gordon every year, if you had a different team that was just like, oh my gosh, they're a juggernaut and nobody comes close to them, I think that would be bad. I am of the opinion, this is me, and certainly 6-man folks can disagree. I think that the state championship stage is an opportunity for people who otherwise don't watch 6-man football to see it. And it's a good branding opportunity. and you need good football, like I think you need competitive games. This won't, in my opinion. I think Gordon's a huge favorite, and so that I think games that end at halftime don't help. But I will say that at the very least, the star power, like when we had when we had Grayson Rigdon playing at bench, that was worth the price of admission because like that kid's just. But
special. I'll also say, I mean, what was it? Was it Blum and?
Oh yeah, Blum beat
when they upset somebody in the state. But when that game happened, like. It was the talk of the office for a while.
Absolutely.
Like when it was a good 6-man game, it was the talk of the
massive
office.
upset.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I do think that I think this is a unicorn year where you have one team that has been so far ahead of everybody else. Mm-hmm. We'll see what happens next year because Gordon is going to graduate pretty heavy. But this is, I mean, they're going for a three-peat. They look like the favorite to get the three-peat. It will be interesting. That will kick off state championship play. I didn't know how I was going to finish that sentence.
It's okay. You've done a lot of talking today.
I have. We move to 2 o'clock. That's right. It's 11, 2, and 7. They need the extra hour to scrub the lines.
The most exciting thing, among the most exciting things of the weekend. They've gotten so good at that, too. They get
is so good.
They get that field clean
They're
so
like
fast.
a little mini Zamboni. Like,
it's great.
Anyway, 2 o'clock Wednesday afternoon at AT&T Stadium in Arlington.
I need to buy one of those to clean my carpets at the house.
It is the Class 1. They have like a Roomba. It's a Class 1A Division II state championship game between the defending state champion Jayton Jaybirds and the champions of Region 4, the Richland Springs Coyotes. And I will say this. For 6-man football fans, this game means something to them. This is two pedigree programs that have never played each other meeting for a state championship. Let's see. Jayton has got 3 titles. They're the defending state. I think it's 3 titles. Let me make sure I get that right because I got something wrong earlier today. One time, my entire life, I got something wrong. Jayton has 3 titles, 84, 85, and then, of course, the reigning state champs. They've got 3 titles. Richland Springs has 9 titles. They are the most decorated program in Texas in 6-man football history.
9 times.
9 times. They are very good. And they've never played, which makes this really fun. This is a pedigree matchup in the 6-man ranks that I think just has people fired up. The smallest classification. Jayton is, of course, the defending state champs, and the name of the game for them is defense. Mm-hmm. They're the number 2 scoring defense in all of 6-man football. They give up in 6-man football 11.2 points per game.
That means they're really good tacklers because a lot of open field tackling in 6-man.
A lot of open field tackling. Yeah. They're the number 2. Colt Gentry, who's the reigning defensive player of the year defensive MVP from title game last year. Sean Stanlin, who's also their quarterback, has been great. Well, here comes Richland Springs. Now, Richland Springs has, I think, the number 4 scoring defense in 6-man football. Their one loss on the year is to Gordon.
Well, no shame there.
Yeah. They have and what I think is super interesting about Richland Springs is that as opposed to, I think we've all seen some of these 6-man teams where they've got the guy. Grayson Rigdon at Benjamin. Remember the guy at McLean, Ben Crockett? Remember a couple of years ago, McLean had a guy named Ben Crockett who it looked like they dressed a grizzly bear in pads. It was awesome. And then he was like, I think I'm going to go work on a ranch. And he did.
Yeah.
This is not a one-player team. Neither of these teams are. And especially for Richland Springs, Cohen Etheridge and the Etheridge name resonates in Richland Springs. Ethan Deeds, Billy Perry, Lane Ward, they spread the ball around. And for Jayton, they're going to get the ball. They've got great balance there offense. Sean Stanlin can throw. Bodie Ham is back. He was awesome for them in their title run last year. He's back running the ball as well. This is a much, much more evenly matched ball club. And I think there is a chance this game goes the distance, which I think would be very good for the sport. To have a super competitive, exciting title game in 1A Division II, the final game of the year in 6-man football. I lean Jayton. I give them the champion's advantage, and I think that defense is probably the difference. But this is a much more competitive game. Now, the pickers for Dave Campbell's, Lehman Saunders, Bobby Brown, and Craig Sperry, we all took Jayton. But I think this game's pretty close. And it wouldn't surprise me if Richland Springs won. I like Jayton. I think they go back to back, but I do think that this is a very, very intriguing ball game. So that will close out 6-man football action for the season. We will have crowned our first 2 champions. We will get the little mini Zamboni out. We will clean the field. We will get. I want to get.
Yeah.
I would watch. Have you ever watched like those videos of those guys who like mow lawns? And they put it on like
for free.
He guy who mows lawns for free.
Yes.
And he sets up like a time lapse camera.
Yeah.
Electrifying.
Yeah.
Electrifying. I think that this is we're gonna have that, and then 7:00, you'll arrive at some point.
Yeah, probably about 5:30. I'm gonna go check in.
You got your big boy job that you gotta do.
I do, and then I'll check into my hotel in the lovely city of Arlington,
Agtown, Swagtown,
and then get over to the stadium.
And we will have our first 11-man state championship, 7:00 Wednesday night at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. It is the Class 2A Division I state championship game between the Hamilton Bulldogs and the Joaquin Rams. And
I'm very excited for this.
as far as unlikely state championship games are concerned, this has got to be up near the top of the list, right?
Yeah, 2A Division I and 3A Division I are two of the wilder classifications this year, and so it's very fitting we get a couple of first timers in 2A Division I.
When we get to 3A Division I, we'll talk about it similarly.
Yeah.
But this is 2 first-time state champs or state finalists. And by the way, like last year, Randall was a first-time state finalist. Well, Randall's only been playing football for 3 years, right?
How long has Hamilton been playing football?
Hamilton's been playing football for, let me check my notes here, 111 years.
Jeez.
111 years. Cover Zero Analytics. Ask me if that's good.
Yeah, it's a long time.
A long time.
They've been playing football since World War I started.
World War I. Since before Archduke Franz Ferdinand was killed.
Look at that's history. We are history.
That's why you come to this
nerds.
podcast,
for
baby.
History talk.
Let's start with Hamilton. We all got an opportunity to see Hamilton in the flesh last week.
The official team of Tepp and Stepp.
The official team of Tepp and Stepp.
And what happens when Tepp and Stepp show up? First state championship appearance ever. We're ready for the parade.
That's
welcome.
crazy.
We're ready for storms.
You guys better get ready.
It's mostly VNA.
It was VNA's juju that got him. It was,
We got to see them
she
beat.
sprinkled the VNA dust, and she's like, "Y'all go win state now."
They pull away late from Stinnett West Texas.
Yes.
A game Stinnett West Texas team. And I'll tell you this. Watching Hamilton, I get why they're here.
I don't see any weaknesses with this football team. They are a
think they're
complete team.
Rock freaking solid.
Yeah, they can throw it. Mm-hmm. They got 2 really good receivers. They're solid up front. They got an excellent running game. Defense. They bowed up last. Their manhood got tested last week. Stinnett West Texas will test your manhood because they are massive up front, and they don't hide what they're doing. This is what we're doing. Stop us. And they had some success in the first half, but Hamilton was up for the fight. They were there in the second half and kind of dominated the second half, honestly.
Second half, they pulled away.
Yeah.
In second half, they held them to 1 touchdown. And then it ended up only being a 4-point swing in that touchdown because they returned the would-be game-tying 2-point conversion back for 2 of their own.
That was the backbreaker.
That was the biggest play of the game. I think Halston Hale is coming to the Dudes Rock Banquet. This dude rocks. Their running back.
He's tough, man.
Tough as nails. He is a guy. Last year in the regional final, he lacerated his kidney.
Jeez. Yeah,
and he missed.
A tough kid.
And he missed the semifinal. He's back and he is rock solid. Their quarterback Carson Roberts talking to folks around Hamilton. He has been up and down, but when he's up, we saw him when he was up.
Yeah.
And you and I both looked at each other like, this kid can spin it.
He can throw the football. He's got 2 really good, the Eanes kid and then the big Pierce Summers, the big outside receiver. Eanes is kind of the speedy guy, so they've just got a good. And then let me tell you, freshman linebacker Easton Marwitz,
dog. He had a play.
Unreal.
He had a couple plays.
14 years old.
He had a couple plays where he was taking on one of those big hog mollies from West Texas, like one of the 270 pounders.
Yeah.
And took him, shed him, got into the hole, made the tackle. And I'm like, this dude, holy cow.
Yeah, he's tremendous.
He's amazing. You can see why they're here. They are rock solid across the board. Mm-hmm. Hashtag playoff Joaquin.
Playoff Joaquin.
Playoff Joaquin is here. Playoff Joaquin is a thing. And
Joe Quinn.
the third place Joaquin Rams
Joe Quinn, yeah.
stun Refugio in what can only be described as one of the greatest semifinal upsets we've seen in modern history.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I really want to make sure we put a fine point on that. Refugio was not just the favorite. I think people looked around and were like, this was a fun ride.
Yeah.
Like Joaquin. And for a moment, it kind of looked like it was playing out that way. For about 38 minutes of that game.
So you want to? Here's a crazy stat. So Refugio scores with 6:50 left in the third quarter to go up 20-7. Okay.
And we were driving, I think.
We were on the road.
On the road, and I think both of us looked at each other and were like, church. That's it.
And Refugio, from 6:50 left in the third quarter to the end of the football game,
So for the final 18 minutes and 50 seconds.
they ran 5 plays.
What in the world?
Joaquin takes the ball. They hold the ball for the rest of the third quarter, score in the first play of the fourth quarter to make it 20-14. They don't get the onside kick. They don't get it. Refugio gets the ball. 1 play, touchdown, 28-14. Okay. Then at that point, that's 1 play. Then Refugio didn't get the ball again until 2 minutes left in the football game because Joaquin goes down and scores to make it 28-21, recovers an onside kick, go down and score 29-28, recovers a pooch kick, go down and score to go up 37-28, and then Refugio gets the ball back with 2:06 left.
And down 9.
Down 9.
And
the next time they touch the ball, the last play they scored, they're up 2 scores. When they get the ball back, they're down 2 scores.
The other thing about this,
Insane.
and by the way, shout out Jared Jones, their coach, because they went up, they scored the touchdown to put them up 7. And he didn't even flinch. He's like,
Oh, yeah.
we're going for 2.
Clint Hartman texted me. He goes, I need that coach's number. That guy's got some cojones on
He
him.
did. But here's the thing. Refugio, they wore down the bully. They wore down that Refugio defense.
Yeah, they just Refugio couldn't get off the field.
The
Slot T is the devil. It is the freaking devil.
We've been trying to tell you people. The slot T is such a difference maker. Okay? Just the scheme. Cooper Bragg, Amarian Wilson, Jacob Gatlin, their quarterback Trenton Runnels is just like he's just a dealer back there.
Yeah, he's just an operator.
Just an
of that
operator.
System, yeah.
Okay?
He was explaining it to me. I asked him to explain it to me.
Yeah, we pulled up some tape.
Yeah.
We pulled up some tape of the slot T, and I was like, okay, watch this. It's all eye candy.
Yeah.
And I said, the number of times you see a slot T team run a fullback dive for 80 yards untouched is wild.
Yeah, because it just
Because
happens.
it's like,
yeah.
because you don't know where the ball is.
Yeah.
They have thrown the ball 60 times this season. They have run the ball 658.
So that's a
They have
10 to 1 ratio.
About
there.
a 11-1 ratio of
Send us those numbers
run to
cover
pass.
0.
Thank you. Now, Hamilton has not seen the slot T. Slot T is
We talked about that. We were wondering if
South
they'd see-
Texas team. Wait, no.
Generally,
I looked it up.
yeah.
They've had 3. They played 3 games against the wing T, but the slot T's different.
Different offense. Yeah.
Different
There's-
offense.
They have some similarities, but there's a lot. They're not the same.
Different reads. Mm-hmm. And so it's similar to what we've talked about when other teams have played on the slot team. When South Oak Cliff played the against Liberty Hill in the state championship game. Can Ryan Marwitz and his staff teach his team how to diagnose the slot T in a week? Because that's the whole ball game.
Or you just take the South Oak Cliff approach and tackle everybody.
Tackle everybody.
That's what South Oak Cliff did in the second half. They just like to tackle everyone.
Okay. I also think there's something really interesting here because, like, both these teams, I don't know the last time we had a game where both these teams feel like a team of destiny. You know what I mean?
That's what makes this game really fascinating.
This game is fascinating. I think it's too close to call. The computer thinks it's too close to call.
I think the key here is going to be Hamilton's defense. I think Joaquin's defense is not.
It's fine.
They're going to struggle against Hamilton's off. Hamilton's going to get theirs, but the key here is can they stop Joaquin? Because their offense is such an equalizer. I took Hamilton. I just think they're a more complete football team. But I think this is going to be a really good football game.
I'm taking Joaquin.
Boys from East Texas.
Boys from East Texas.
Look at a map. Go pull up Joaquin on a map. It is just west of Logansport, Louisiana.
It is
it
far east as you can get.
It is really.
It
far
is. It
east.
is. But
Joaquin's east of Carthage.
I think the other thing about this is that this Joaquin team, they get better as the game goes on. And so for me, if this game is tied going to the fourth quarter, I know who I'd rather be.
Sure.
I'd rather be Joaquin. But this is a fascinating ball game. I am fired up for this. Two fan bases that have never been here before. I think they're going to bring a great crowd. Hamilton had a great crowd in Iowa Park.
Yeah, and they're going to have this is going to be a really well-attended game because both of these communities are, they're not, they're about 2.5 hours from Dallas. Or Arlington, sorry.
It will be a fantastic
Arlington.
Ball game. I'm fascinated by this one. It's a great way to kick off 11-man play. And that will close out Wednesday. At that point, we will all go to our palatial Arlington hotels.
Oh, can't wait to see my hotel in Arlington.
So comfy.
Me too.
We'll put on our little football pajamas.
I just got a new pair. I went.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
good for you.
Yeah.
The other ones have been getting kind of wearing down.
The trap door, the snaps were kind of getting going bad on the back.
And then we will wake up and we'll have 3 more days on 3 more games on Thursday. But that's a story for another podcast. That's going to do it for us. Thanks for spending part of your day with us. Make sure you go and check out TexasFootball.com/playoffs. A reminder, courtesy of our friends at the Arlington Sports Commission, every game we will have live post-game reaction. Live post-game reaction for every single game of the UIL Texas High School Football State Championship games on our social channels, wherever you're watching us right now. You can find us.
And then we'll have a little pregame show between games as well.
We will.
Yep.
So make sure you go check it out. We'll recap what just happened. We'll get you ready for the next one. Yeah. And then, of course, we'll have Stepp and Stepp tomorrow morning, Thursday morning. So
tune us in on your way to the stadium tomorrow.
That's going to do it for us. Thanks for being Dave Campbell's Texas Football subscriber. Thanks to Vianney Moreno for just her tolerance generally.
Just putting up with us. She gets a month off after this, though.
Stepp, thanks for your courage.
Bye.
Talk to you tomorrow on Stepp and Stepp.